Welcome to this introduction to TradingView. This tutorial is divided into two parts. This video is part 1. To make it easy for you to understand the explanations, I will be using a combination of textual descriptions, graphical illustrations, and actual screen operations. I will not be reading all that is written on each slide. So please do pause the video when you wish to read the contents of the slide at your own pace. It may be that you have to view this tutorial a number of times to be able to understand and remember its contents. This is the table of contents of this part 1 of this tutorial. You can see the length of each video or audio in each slide. The total length is about 1 hour. You can fast forward or skip individual sections or slides. You can come back anytime to view specific sections or slides individually.
Please read the terms of use. This tutorial is for educational purposes only. It does not contain investment advice. The contents may have mistakes. Pine tips. Tuts makes no warranties. Continue if you agree.
The first objective of this tutorial is to enable you to learn how to use TradingView and write Pine scripts in a couple of hours. It saves you a lot of time, spent all over the place, looking for proper manuals and videos. The second objective is to act as a reference to go back to whenever you forget how to use key features of TradingView. It can be used by both beginners, as well as by current users of TradingView who wish to have a refresher course. By the end of this part 1 of this tutorial, you should be able to use the basic features of TradingView. Part 1, together with Part 2, will give you a well-rounded foundation on how you can utilize TradingView to assist you in your trading analysis and activities. Also, make sure to view Part 2. By the end of Part 2, you should be able to start to use TradingView's advanced features, including writing Pine scripts, which enables you to perform creative custom analysis of shares, forex, cryptos, and other trading instruments. Furthermore, please subscribe to this channel, so you will not miss my other easy-to-understand in-depth tutorials.
To sign up, go to the TradingView website. Then click the Get Started button. There are a number of plans you can choose from. One is a free plan under which you can use TradingView indefinitely for free. There are 3 paid plans, Essential, Plus, and Premium. In the TradingView website, there is a list of the features that come with each plan. Here I choose the free plan. I then will be asked to sign up using my email or one of my social accounts. To download the TradingView app, go to the TradingView website. Then click the hamburger icon on the left upper corner. Click the Products button, then the Download button. Then choose either the desktop button or the mobile button. The download screen will next appear. You can log in from your browser, or you can sign in from your TradingView app. Click its icon wherever you have it. I have it in my taskbar. I click it. The TradingView initial screen comes up, but I am not yet logged in. Then click the hamburger icon at the left upper corner. Then click the Sign In button. Click the button that says Sign In with Browser. This brings out TradingView's browser login page. You will be prompted to sign in using your email address or one of your social accounts. I log in using the email address I specified when I signed up. Click the Grant Access button, then the Open Link button that appears above. The TradingView window that you had when you last signed out appears. You can now use TradingView as you wish. Click your icon at the left top corner. Click the Sign Out button. Wait for a few seconds till the TradingView initial screen comes up. You can re-sign in using this screen.
Let's do a recap of what I have covered so far. I have described how you do the following. How to sign up and subscribe to TradingView. How to download the TradingView app. How to log in. Lastly, I explained how to log out. By now, if you wish to do so, you should be able to have TradingView in your device, ready for you to explore the world of TradingView. TradingView is divided into two sets of resources. The data, like historical prices, user information, market information, and so forth, are stored in TradingView Center. Most of the programs that run TradingView also reside in their center. The man-machine interface, that is, the TradingView windows, are shown in your computer screen. The default mode is where they are shown in your browser windows. Alternatively, you can download the TradingView app into your computer. When you run this app, the TradingView window is shown in its own window, i.e., not inside your browser. You get more local functionality when you use the app. Five levels of using TradingView. I have divided the usage of TradingView into 5 levels. The sophistication and complexity increase at each step of the ladder. Level 1. Use the price charts, news, watch lists, company and market information that TradingView provides. You can find most of these resources in other websites such as Yahoo Finance. Level 2. You can use the drawing tools and built-in indicators to assist you in making price action analysis. You just load the pre-made indicators. Level 3. TradingView has 3 built-in modes of doing backtesting. You can click the replay button, point to a time in the past, then see the price action from that time. In the second mode, you can use built-in strategies that you make place orders so you see if they make money or not for a particular trading instrument and time period. In the third mode, TradingView allows you to use paper money to place orders on historical price actions or on the live market. Level 4. TradingView has a programming language called Pine Script which allows you to write your own indicators and strategies. Thus, you can translate your unique trading ideas and techniques into Pine scripts. Then you can test your scripts against historical price data or even against the live market. TradingView keeps track of how much you win or lose. Level 5. You use TradingView to do automatic trading with real money with a broker who is connected to TradingView. There is a list of such brokers. It is up to you at which level or levels you use TradingView. Don't get lost in the maze. TradingView in its totality is a giant application and is very complex. Learning all of its features and functions take years of constant use. But don't make that discourage you. You can start, almost immediately, to do something productive with just a small subset of TradingView's features and functions. Therefore, it is important to pre-decide what you wish to use TradingView for, and just concentrate on the parts of TradingView that you need. For example, I myself mainly use TradingView to write Pine scripts to test my trading ideas. Thus, I very seldom use the drawing tools and I do not look at the news sections. I just write my Pine scripts and test them against different trading instruments and different time periods. Using this approach, I started to use TradingView from day one. The TradingView window can be in one of several states. The basic state is shown here. It is comprised of the price action zone where the price action chart is shown. That zone is surrounded by TradingView's basic button that allow you to access its basic features and functions.
The features of the buttons that surround the price action zone are listed in the diagram shown here. To be able to utilize TradingView to its fullest potential, you should remember the location of each of these buttons and become familiar with the features that each of them corresponds to. The buttons can be grouped into the following classifications. 1. On the left side are the buttons related to drawings. 2. At the top are buttons that allow you to control what are shown inside the price action zone and to specify their characteristics, such as color, bar types, and so forth. There are also buttons for taking a snapshot and for publishing of the chart, and so forth. 3. Located on the right side are buttons that mostly related to doing market research and for communicating to the TradingView community. 4. There is an alert button at the top for creating alerts, and on the right side for creating alerts and for looking at the alerts log. 5. The trading instruments or ticker that you wish to display in the price action zone can be selected from the right side or the top. 6. Finally, at the bottom, there is a series of buttons that allows you to change the time period of the price action displayed in the price chart zone.
Below the price action zone, there are specialized buttons for advanced features of TradingView. When you click one of these buttons, a subzone is opened below the main price action zone. The types of subzones are shown on the slide. The screener subzone allows you to specify conditions that bring out a list of companies that meet your criteria. The Pine Script subzone is where you can do Pine Script coding. However, aside from this subzone, you can bring out a separate window for doing Pine Script coding. When you do backtesting using Pine Script strategies, the performance of your strategy is shown in the Strategy Tester subzone. Lastly, there is the Trading Panel subzone where you can select paper money or a broker to sow trading. You can view a log of the details and performance of your trading activities in this subzone. Be sure to view part 2 of this tutorial where you will be introduced to the wonder world of these advanced functions. Many of the features of these advanced functions are available in the free plan. But if you signed up to one of the paid plans, you get more capacity and some special functionalities. The price action zone can be made to contain indicator and strategy panels. The contents of these panels are used to assist in analyzing the price action. There can be one or more panels. In the example on the left side of the slide, there is only one. The example on the right side has two. The number of panels is equal to the number of indicators and strategies that you activated for the ticker that is displayed in the price action zone. Indicators and strategies are explained in Part 2 of this tutorial.
If you are an avid technical analysis practitioner that use lines, you have come to the right place. TradingView provides hundreds of lines and symbols that you can into the price action zone. The buttons for the drawing tools are located on the left side of the window. The topmost button allows you make your mouse pointer a plus, dot, row, or even an eraser. The button below allows you to draw various types of trend lines, channels, and pitchforks. The next button provides various configurations of Fibonacci lines, Gann boxes, and squares. Continuing down, the next button below contains patterns such as head and shoulder patterns, 3 drives patterns, as well as Elliott waves, and cycles such as sine lines. And there are more. The next one below enables you to draw projection lines, volume-based lines such as anchored VWAP, and measurer line constructs, such as price range and data range. Then of course there are the mandatory hundreds of emoticons and stickers that you can place all over your price action zone. There are also freehand drawing pens and highlighters, arrow makers, and geometric shapes creators such as squares and arcs. In addition, there are ruler, zoom in out, and magnets buttons. There is a button that allows you to draw the same line type repeatedly without having to click the same button all the time. Finally, there are buttons for hiding and erasing all the lines. Note: the garbage bin button can also be used to remove indicator and strategy panels.
In this video, I will show to you how to use the buttons that manage the appearance of the price action. They are located at the top and at the bottom. There are 8 at the top and 10 at the bottom. I will point to them now. Then I will explain each of them one by one.
Firstly, I'll demonstrate how to use this button, which allows you to change the appearance of the bars of the price action. There are many types. Let me show some of them. Candles, step lines, area, and columns. Then let's return it to hollow candles. Next, let's use these indicator buttons, which allows you to select and show one or more indicator panels. Watch me do several indicator operations in succession. Continuing. Watch what happens when I click these round buttons. The circle on the left transposes the indicator to the line action zone. The circle on the right returns it to the separate panel at the bottom. Finally, I'll delete the panels. Now, let's use the buttons at the bottom. These bottoms change the time period or time span that is contained in the price action zone or canvas. Notice that whenever I click one of these buttons, the value of the time frame at the top changes also. This time frame corresponds to the duration of each bar in the price action chart. The time frame changes proportionally to the time span. If you click all at the bottom, it becomes capital M meaning 1 month. When I click 1 day at the bottom, the time frame becomes small m meaning 1 minute. When I click 1 year, it becomes D meaning 1 day. Note, I can independently change the time frame by clicking the time frame icon at the top. This changes the size of the bars in the chart. In part 2 of this tutorial, I will explain how this affects the behavior of Pine scripts. Lastly, let's click this icon which appears like a nut. This brings out the setting pop-up. You can change various appearances of the price action zone, for example the canvas color, and other characteristics such as the line thickness and so forth. Feel free to experiment with these buttons so you become familiar with them. Let me now explain the calibration of the vertical axis. It is now shown on the left side, but you can transfer it to the right side. The calibration can be changed to %, indexed to 100 logarithmic. Can even be inverted. This concludes the demo on how to manage the chart format and appearance. The undo and redo buttons located at the top are very useful buttons. You can keep on undoing and redoing whenever you make mistakes or wish to make changes. How to manage and display tickers. There are 5 buttons that you can use to manage tickers on the price action zone. There are 3 at the right upper corner and 2 at the left upper corner. I will point to them now. Next, the list of tickers in the watch list that is currently selected are shown on the right side pane. I can click any of them to display the price action of that ticker. Now, let's go to the left upper corner. When I click on the ticker name currently being displayed, a ticker selection pop-up appears. I can then input the name of the ticker that I want to display. A list of the trading houses around the globe that uses that ticker comes up. When I then select one of them, its price action appears on the price action zone. Optionally, I can click the circle surrounding a plus sign. This brings up a pop-up that allows me to select a second ticker, whose price action is added to the price action zone. I can add multiple tickers. You do this when you wish to compare the price actions of several tickers. Note that the additional price action charts are treated as indicators. Thus, if I click the garbage bin icon, I can delete the price actions of the added ticker. Alert buttons explanation. Alerts can play an important role if you wish to get real value from TradingView. I will explain alerts in details in a number of later slides, as they are useful in various scenarios. For example, you can use them as one of the ways of debugging a Pine script. You can send alerts to your mobile phone, PC screen, and email, as notices that certain events have occurred in the price actions of the tickers you are watching. You can then act on those alerts as you wish. You can send alerts to brokers who are connected to TradingView. But for now, I will just give you a brief explanation of the alerts that you create and can view using the two alert buttons. There are two alert buttons, one at the top and one on the right side. When you click the one at the top, the alert pop-up appears. There are two tabs at the top. The Settings tab allows me to specify the alert parameters, which are the condition, trigger, expiration date, trigger name. I can also write a note that will be attached to the alert. Please watch me demonstrate how to enter sample values to those parameters. Next, when I click the Notification tab at the top, I can specify the destination or destinations of the alert. I can specify my PC TradingView apps log. I can specify that the alerts is pushed or forwarded to the TradingView app in my mobile phone. I also can have it sent via email. I can even post it to a URL. Also, I can specify that a particular sound is played whenever an alert comes in. Now, let's look at the alert button on the right. When I click it, the same pop-up as the one that came up when I clicked the top alerts button appears. I can then create an alert in the same way. The lower box in the pop-up shows a log of the alerts that were directed to my TradingView app. Note: alerts currently cannot be issued while in the replay mode. Replay button explanation. The replay button is an important button. I will explain how to use it in detail later on. But for now, I will just give you a brief explanation of its basic operations. First, I find the date where I want to start the replay. I position it in the price action zone, and I remembered its approximate location. Then, I click the replay button. When I move my cursor to the price action zone, a blue vertical line with a small scissor in the middle appears. The price action on the right side of that line is covered or dimmed. The one on the left remains visible. Notice the date in the blue box at the bottom. This is the date from which the replay will start. Now, when I click the blue line, it moves to the right edge of the zone. This means that the right edge now corresponds to the replay start date that was previously below the blue line. Finally, at the bottom of the zone, the replay control buttons, play, pause, speed, and so forth, appears. I then use these controls to manage the replay. Please watch me do some replay operations. Rest of the buttons. Let's discuss the rest of the buttons. They are located on the right edge and on the right top. I very seldom use these buttons. I think the same is true for many TradingView users. Thus, I will go through them rather quickly. First, let us go through the ones at the top. 1. The Select Layout button. This allows you to show multi-window configurations. The exact configuration that you can select depends on your plan. 2. The Quick Search button. If you type the name of a tool or function, you will be presented with options that you can choose from. This feature seems to work or not work depending on the keyword you enter. I am not sure of the rules. 3. The Full Screen Mode button enlarges your window. The buttons are not shown in this window. I think this feature is to be used for presentations. You get out of the full screen mode by clicking the Escape key in your keyboard. 4. This Snapshot button is for taking a copy, downloading, and so forth. However, you may not be able to use some of the functions, depending on your plan. 5. Finally, there is the Publish button, which allows you to publish your ideas to the TradingView community. Next, let us go through to the ones on the right upper part. 1. Object Tree and Data Window button. This shows price information related to the currently displayed ticker. 2. Hot List button. This shows the gainers and losers of different trading houses around the globe. 3. My Ideas. Shows your ideas that you have marked. 4. Chats. Shows chats from TradingView users. 5. Ideas Stream. Shows ideas from other TradingView users who you are following. Finally, there are 3 buttons at the right bottom. 1. Screener. This basically is the same as the screener button located below the left bottom corner of the price action zone. 2. Calendars. Shows economic events, public holidays, etc. of different countries. 3. Help Center. Finally, this takes you to TradingView's help page where you can ask questions. You can search their Q&A database or ask a question and get a support ticket, which means that they will answer you later.
Price action analysis using trend lines. There are various ways of using drawing line to perform price action analysis. I'll demonstrate one approach. In this analysis approach, I only use simple trend lines to find a pattern or patterns in the price action of the currently displayed ticker. I then see if I can form a hypothesis based on the graphical shape formed by those lines. If I find one, I see the price actions at different time spans of the same ticker. To see how this hypothesis stands up. Then, I also look at the price actions of different tickers during the original time span. In this example, I look at about 15 tickers. However, I often look at 50 to 100 tickers to determine the frequency that my hypothesis is confirmed or disproved. Then, I compile the hit and miss statistics to determine the probability of my hypothesis being correct. Based in that statistical analysis, I then decide whether or not to use the hypothesis as a quote, reliable, unquote indicator of impending or future movements of the price action. It may be that I limit the use of the hypothesis to a particular ticker only or even to a particular time span only. As veteran traders know well, it is very difficult, even impossible, to find an indicator that works for all ticker at all time spans. So, sit tight and watch me do my price action analysis in the recording in the next slide. Disclaimer: please view the contents of this recording simply as a tutorial on how you might use TradingView to do price analysis. They are not intended to be, nor should they be used as advice on how to trade. Example of price action analysis using simple lines. In this recording, I will show how I did a price action analysis using simple lines. The entire exercise took about 40 minutes. However, I have condensed the recording to about 5 minutes by fast-forwarding and cutting off certain parts. The exercise involved analyzing the price actions of 15 companies or tickers. When I analyzed the price actions of the first ticker, BHP, an Australian mining company, I found a certain price action pattern which pointed to the start of a long and strong price rally. I then made that a hypothesis. Then I proceeded to see if that pattern and hypothesis are supported by similar price patterns in the price actions of the other 14 companies. After the series of price action analyses, I complied the statistical result. As it happens, the result is that the hypothesis seems to be quite valid, probability-wise. And thus, I have concluded that it can be useful for as an indicator to predict an impending rally or fall, as the case may be. Note, however, as usually is the case, this indicator should be validated by other indicators and further analysis. First, I survey the entire price action. I notice that a number of waves are going sideways. I then try to draw a trend line connecting 3 wave peaks. Then, I draw another trend line on 3 lower wave peaks. I do the same on another set of waves on the upper right, which are also going sideways. Interestingly, I can see that on both cases, the 2 lines form a wedge shape. And significantly, the tips of the wedges coincide with the start of big rallies. See me drawing green circles on those tips. I decided to make this the basis of a hypothesis, which goes like this. Quote, the tip of wedge indicate an imminent big rally. Unquote. Not forget the pattern and the hypothesis. I copy them to a PowerPoint slide, which I can see whilst I analyze the other tickers. Watch me do that. Next, watch me analyze the price action of the next company, called Fortescue. As you can see, I found 2 wedges on the left and middle. Their tips also coincide with the starts of rallies. So, this is a good confirmation of the hypothesis. In some ways, I was sort of cheating when I did the previous 2 analyses, because I was viewing the entire price action from the beginning. One way I can avoid that is to draw an opaque square so the price action is revealed little by little from left to right as I do my analysis. After I analyze all the tickers, I bring out my spreadsheet. I then enter and summate the percentages that each sideways price wave pattern instance confirms my hypothesis. It can range from 0% to 100%. Then I get the overall average. As it turns out, the average is quite high, about 97%. I interpret this as the probability that my hypothesis will come true at every instance of the pattern. I conclude that this pattern can be used as an indicator of an impending rally. Note, the pattern sometimes is a precursor of an imminent fall instead of a rally. This is the subject of another analysis. For example, I can wait for the price action to move up or down after the tip of a wedge. If it goes up by, say, 3%, I conclude that a rally has started. Conversely, if the price falls, say, 5%, I conclude that a fall has commenced. Disclaimer: The contents of this recording a tutorial on how to use TradingView. It is not a trading advice or hint. In a previous slide, I explained to you the basic way of operating the replay button. Let me now show some examples of how you can actually use the replay feature. There are two basic ways of using the replay feature. I pause the replay. Then, I do the analysis that I wish to perform. For example, I can add a VIX chart in the zone, look at the inflation rate at that time, add a Gann line construct. I can even go to the calendar button and look at the economic events at that time. I can open an indicator panel, and so forth. Once I have done my price analysis, if I wish so, I can erase all the lines to remove the clutter. Then, I draw a vertical line to the left of the right edge of the zone whose time span is equal to the length of time that I wish to make a prediction on how I think or predict the price action will evolve when I resume the replay. I then use the pen tool to draw a graph of my prediction. Now, I am ready to resume the replay to check how good my prediction is. I click the resume button and make the price action proceed for a length of time equal to the prediction I made. I can then move the prediction line I made previously and compare it to how the price action actually evolved. This approach of using the replay button is good for testing and improving your analytical skill and prediction ability. You can keep on repeating it. Notice that in this first example, I did not do any buying or selling of shares. In this second example of how to use the replay feature, I actually buy and sell shares. Note that I am not using my paper money here. Again, I click the replay button, then I start the replay. I can observe the evolving price action, and I can pause it any time to do a detailed analysis. I either click the red sell button or the blue buy button. I can buy any time I want, even while the replay is going on. I can buy and sell as many times as I want, until the present time is reached. Whenever an order is closed, the running total located just left of the red sell button is updated. This mode of using the replay button is as close as you get to live trading to test your analytic techniques and your actual trading prowess. Note, you can do live trading using paper money or real money if you are connected to a broker. However, the live paper money trading feature seems to be available for USA shares only. Paper Trading Demo. In this recording, I will give you an introduction to TradingView's paper trading feature. Note, paper trading is also called simulated trading. Paper trading, or trading in general, has four main components. 1. The capital. 2. Order placing tools. 3. The types of orders you can place. 4. Monitoring and managing the orders. The first main component is, of course, the money or capital you are investing. In this case, it is paper money or pretend money. You can have one or more paper trading accounts. That is, you can create a new account anytime. For example, you use one account for buying company shares and a different account to buy cryptos. Each account can go up or down depending on your trading performance. You can monitor the performance of each account. And I think you can also see the overall performance of all the accounts. You can reset the balance of each account when you wish to start anew. Let me quickly show how this component works.
Click Trading Panel. Move the boundary. Click Paper Trading. Click Connect. Now you have Paper Trading. The account is Yara Turak. I have two other accounts, the Leap and Mac Trade Account 222. I create a new account. I give it a name, MC XXXX, and the balance is 100,000, no commission, and I create. Now you see here MC XXXX, that's the new account. So I have 4 accounts now. MC XXX has no position, no orders, no history, no accounts, no trading journal.
The second main component is comprised of the buy and sell mechanisms. There are basically 3 ways of placing orders in TradingView. Buy-Sell button at the upper left corner, right-clicking on the price action zone, and clicking the trade button below. Let me demonstrate these different ways.
First, buy-sell method. Put out the buy-sell buttons here. Click this nuts icon. Pop-up comes out. Click trading. Click this buy-sell buttons box. You can see it come up here. If you click it again, it disappears. That's one way. Let's make it disappear. Now click Trading Panel. Move the boundary. Click Paper Trading Connect. Paper Trading is now on. The account is, let's change the account to Yara Turak. Click this Paper Trading tab. Click Trading Settings. Here the same pop-up comes out. Click Buy Sell buttons. I leave it on, so I have buy, sell and buy buttons here. The second method of buy sell, right click where you want to buy or at the price you want to buy. Click trade or point to trade. You will see buy, sell, create order and trade settings. Let's go to create order. You can see the trading pop up. You can specify market limit stop, buy or sell, the price, or if you want the tick, the number of shares, the amount in US dollars, take profit, stop loss, and so forth. So that's the second method, right click. The third method is click when you are in paper trading mode, click this trading or trade button. That brings up the order pop-up and place your order. So those are the 3 main ways of placing an order.
The third main component is the different types of orders that you can place. You can place market orders, limit orders, stop-loss orders, bracket orders, tick-based orders. You can also reverse your order from long to short and vice versa. These different order types are not covered in this introductory tutorial, but in the next slide, I have given you a link to a YouTube video that explains them in detail.
You can place different types of orders, including market, limit, stop-loss, bracket. You can reverse your order. You can place dollar order or tick order. Let's show it on the chart. Right-click where you want to buy. Click trade or point to trade. Click create order. Order pop-up comes up. You can click order or DOM. Go back to order. You can click short or sell, long or buy. You can place market order, limit order, stop order. Specify the price or specify the number of tickers here. You can specify the number of shares or the amount. You can specify if it's a buy, it's blue. If sell, it's red. This is the ticker ID, forward. And this is the order type, limit at $12.85.
The fourth main component is monitoring and managing your orders. You can cancel orders and reverse them. TradingView also have logs of your outstanding orders, as well as a number of tables listing all your trades and their characteristics, such as their profits or losses, when they were placed and closed, and so forth. Let me show these to you.
Now, managing your accounts. Move the boundary here. Let's get rid of this. You can see here that this is my account, Yara Turak. You have position 2 tab here, which shows the trades that have been completed. The orders tab shows the orders that you currently have. I don't have any. This is a history. It shows what you bought, whether you were long or short, the type of order, market limit, etc., the quantity, the price, the fill price, status, cancelled, filled, commission of any, if any, placing time, closing time. And this is the order ID. Okay. Account history. You can see the time and date, the balance of that account before the order, and the balance after the order was closed, and the PL or the running PL. And this describes the action. Then finally, we have the Trading Journal tab. This is a summary of the date and the order successfully canceled, place, or in other words, the order actions that you performed. Here you can see the account balance and how much is equity and the PL overall so far. Out here you have this paper trading. You can create a summary row with account balance, equity, and PL. You can export the data depending on your plan. And here, if you want to choose or change broker, you can see a list of brokers and so forth.
The operations of paper trading are basically the same as real trading with a real broker. So it is a good way of practicing without the risk of losing or winning real money. Both paper trading and real trading is performed against a live market. However, I think that you can only do paper trading with USA shares. But I could be wrong. Please check with TradingView regarding the case of your country. Note that each real broker may have different ways or rules regarding how you trade with them using TradingView. You should check with them. In the next slide, I have listed the URL of a 26-minute video which explains paper trading in detail. Preview of Part 2. Here, I will give a short preview of Part 2 of this tutorial. I am working on it now. I hope to publish it before the end of July 2024. In Part 2, I will cover the wonder world of analyses, backtesting, and live trading utilizing the power and flexibility that Pine Scripts provide. The built-in indicators and functions of TradingView are, I believe, all written in Pine Script. The source codes of many of them are available to you to study and modify. Also, there is a big library of Pine Script indicators and strategies and valuable pieces of code that members of the TradingView community have made available. Many of them are free of charge, but you have to pay for some of them. If you are a paid subscriber of TradingView, most of what you pay is for the functionalities that Pine Script makes available. In Part 2, I will explain various facets of Pine Script, including but not limited to 1. Fundamental concepts behind Pine Script, including bars, bar index, time series, data types, data scopes, conditional statement, and others which you have to understand to be able to use Pine Script. 2. I will give examples of Pine Script coding, including how to design new codes and how to debug them, and I'll give some tips on good Pine Script coding habits. 3. I'll demonstrate how indicators and strategies written in Pine Script can be made to do powerful analyses and backtesting. Also, I'll show ways of measuring their results. I hope to see you again in Part 2. Conclusion of Part 1. Congratulations! You have just completed Part 1 of this tutorial, easy.To understand, complete, Intro to TradingView. With the knowledge you have gained, I believe that you will be able to use TradingView right away, even without having to learn about price script coding and how to use indicators. Before I leave you though, please allow me to give my 2 cents worth of thoughts of where I think TradingView sits in the overall scheme of things. Please look at the diagram shown. I believe that the market is driven by various forces, including but not limited to these forces, which comes and goes and whose weight or momentum fluctuates over time. If you can read these how these forces will be after, I repeat quote after unquote, you place your order, then you will make money. You also will make money if by chance the net or some of these forces favor the trading equity instrument that you bought. Now please look at this next diagram. The area surrounded by the violet dotted lines is the area that TradingView covers very well. That is, it has a very good database of historical data which you can utilize to do all sorts of analyses and backtesting. However, TradingView does not cover the various market forces outside the violet lines. How the market will move after you place your order will depend on those market forces, e.g., how the market movers will shake and move the market. Now please look at this diagram. Nevertheless, I think that TradingView has value because you can utilize its historical data to do a lot of practice, so that you become tuned to or adept in trading to a certain extent. There are various ways you can utilize TradingView. Using line interactions, finding and interpreting patterns, using the market information that it provides, etc. You can use those techniques to find repetitive price and trading setups. Or you can use them to spot and take advantage of one-off opportunities. You can do so visually or by using Pine scripts. Depending on your skill level, the choice is yours. Good luck on your journey. I hope you do well.